For this video, we're going to be discussing writing equations for real-world situations. So when we're giving real-world situations, we can use the given, well, I should say given, not given information to write an equation to model the situation. And we do this by creating a table of values. Now, we've written equations for real-world situations before, but in those situations, we always knew what the slope was or knew what the y-intercept was. And the problems we're going to be doing today involve modeling situations when we don't know the slope or we don't know the y-intercept. So we're just going to go over a few examples. So example 1 says Taylor starts with $325 in her bank account and she saves some money every week. After 2 weeks, she has $385. After 5 weeks, she has $475. At 9 weeks, she has $595. Write an equation to model the situation, and then how much money will Taylor have after 12 weeks? So looking through this, we need to think about things we don't know. We don't know how much money she's saving every week. We don't necessarily even know that it's going to be the same amount of money that she saves every week. So we're going to have to figure that out. Remember, that really is going to be the slope in this problem. The slope is going to refer to how much money she saves every week. So the first thing we want to do is we want to define our variables. So what is my x and what is my y? Well, we notice that the number of weeks is changing each time. So why don't we say x is our number of weeks, then we can say y is the amount of money that Taylor has. All right, so from there, we can go ahead and we can make a table of values. We've got an xy table that we're going to make. And we know that at 0 weeks, she has $325 because it says she starts with that. So after no time, she has $325. After 2 weeks, she has $385. After 5 weeks, she has $475. And after 9 weeks, she has $595. So now we want to write an equation. Okay? Well, we know the y-intercept right here. So we're going to start by going right into slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. We know our y-intercept is going to be 325, so now we need to figure out our slope. Well, to find our slope, all we need to do is we need to do, our slope formula, y minus y1 or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to pick an x1 and a y1. I'm going to say I'm going to use 475 and 2 385. And I'm going to work out the slope from here. So if we do 475 minus 385, we get 90. If we do 5 minus 2, we get 3. 90 divided by 3 gives us 30. All right, so we know our slope is going to be 30. Now, we can check with any of the other values to make sure that that's correct. For example, if we took these 2 points and we said 595 minus 325 divided by 9 minus 0. Well, let's see. 595 minus 375, that's 270. Divided by 9, well, that gives us 30. Or we could take these 2 points and we could say 475 minus 325 divided by 5 minus 0. That gives me 150 over 5, which is also 30. So we know that it's constant. Taylor is saving $30 every week. So for m, we're just going to plug in 30. And we know our y-intercept is 325, so we just plug in 325 for our y-intercept. And there we have it. Y equals 30x plus 325. This equation will model how much money Taylor has for x weeks. And then the second question says how much money will Taylor have after 12 weeks. So we just plug in 12 for x. We say 30 times 12 plus 325. That's 365 plus 325, which gives us 690. So our answer is $690. All right, so we jumped right to slope-intercept form because we were given the y-intercept in the problem. We found the slope. We plugged it in. All right, example 2 says Christian is taking a test. After 3 minutes, he has 24 questions left to answer. After 7 minutes, he has 16 problems left. After 9 minutes, he has 12 problems remaining. I want to write an equation to model this situation. Then I want to know how long will it take for Christian to finish the test. So our first step is to define our x and y. So let's think about the two things that are changing. We've got minutes, 3 minutes, 7 minutes, 9 minutes. And then we have how many problems he has left. 24, 16, 12. So I'm going to say my x is the number of minutes, and my y is the number of problems remaining. Number of problems he has left. So I'm going to set up my xy table. We've got 324, 716, 912. And I'm once again going to go ahead and find the slope. So I'm just going to pick two values here. I picked 716 and 912, and I do 12 minus 16 divided by 9 minus 7, which is negative 4 divided by 2, which gives me negative 2. Now, let's make sure that this is constant by picking two other values to test. So why don't we try 912 and 324. Do 9 minus 3. Oh, I'm making a mistake that many students make. We want to do 12 minus 24 divided by 9 minus 3. That gives me negative 12 over positive 6, which is negative 2. I could also test these two. I could say 16 minus 24 over 7 minus 3, which gives me negative 8 over 4, which is 2. Or, sorry, negative 2. So it is constant. Our slope is negative 2. So now to write the equation, notice the difference in this problem from the last one. In the last one, we knew what the y-intercept is. In this one, we do not know what the y-intercept is. So I'm not going to start with slope-intercept form. I'm going to start with point-slope form. All right. I know m is negative 2. And then I have 3 different points that I could start from. I'm going to pick 324. I'm just going to plug my numbers in. For x1, I put 3. For y1, I put 24. So I get y minus 24 equals negative 2 times x minus 3. Now I'm going to put this in slope-intercept form. Negative 2 times x, negative 2 times negative 3 gives me y minus 24 equals negative 2x plus 6. Now I need to add 24 on both sides. I get y equals negative 2x plus 30. So now I know my y-intercept. I know my y-intercept is 0, 30. And if I want to interpret what that means in this problem, it says after 0 minutes, he has 30 questions left. So we know that 30, that's how many questions are on the test. Now the question asks me, how long will it take him to finish the test? Well, we don't know how many minutes it's going to take, but if we think about finish the test, how many questions is he going to have left? Well, if he's done, he has 0 questions left. So we say 0 equals negative 2x plus 30. Subtract 30 on both sides, I get negative 30 equals negative 2x. Divide by negative 2, I get 15. So the answer is that it will take Christian 15 minutes to finish the test. So you can see that in this problem, because I didn't know what the y-intercept was to start, I found the slope, I used point-slope form, I plugged it in, and I worked it out till I got the equation in slope-intercept form. We're always going to try and put the equation in slope-intercept form. Makes it easy for us to graph. Then I just plugged in 0 for y, because I knew that that's how many questions he would have left when he was finished, and I worked it out. All right, so now that we've done a few examples of this, here is your try it problem. It says Lorraine works as a car salesperson. She makes $500 per week, plus a commission on each car she sells. 1 week she sold 12 cars and made $1,700. The next week she sold 8 cars and made $1,300. The week after that she sold 16 cars and made $2,100. Question A says write an equation in slope-intercept form to represent this situation. Question B asks how much money would Lorraine make if she sold 20 cars?